right now. And as this room fill up, be sure to hit that like button, share this content, let a friend or that neighbor know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Come on, that's including the ice wall, baby. Mama said there'll be days just like this. Cowboys 30-year drought, coaching decisions, plus new interviews. Yup. Even on a championship Sunday, we still talking about them boys. Come on with it. Jerry, watching as everything burned down to the ground. And I ain't talking about Pound Town, baby. Put a 1 in the chat if the audio is straight. All right. Michael Irvin, speak out. The fan base is divided like the great ice cream by Bluebell. The Great Divide. Come on with it. The Great Depression, baby. One way or another. Come on with it. Stand tall. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
All right.
Oh my goodness. It is. I cannot believe it.
And I'm telling you. Come on.
Emotional damage.
All right. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you all. Appreciate you guys so much, man. Look, man, this is supposed to be about the team that's in the playoffs, but somehow, Jerry Jones has gotten all of the news leaked out today of who they're going to interview. I saw one guy named, I looked so quick, I thought it was Freddy Krueger. It's Kevin Koger, but I was like, boy, they interviewing all of the Tyrones and stuff. They putting it out there. And it goes to this point, it's to solidify the Rooney Rule, from what I'm hearing. Shout out to Clarence and them for posting that. I'm of the belief. Let me see if I can pull this up on the fly. Appreciate y'all so much. Let me see what we got. I got to hurry and click on it, boy. Twitter be twittering. All right, Cowboys interview Andre Curtis for the defensive coordinator to satisfy the Rooney Rule. All signs continue to point towards Matt Eberflus as the DC. Curtis was on the staff as the defensive back coach. Curtis also was Eberflus' staff on the Chicago, and he worked with Shoddy back in Seattle land. So it was to solidify the Rooney Rule. There he is, right? There's a picture, a photo of him. And to me personally, I've been on this affirmative action, DEI / Rooney and all of that stuff. I'm not of it. I'm not a fan of it. Don't hire me for out of sympathy. Don't put tokens on me. You know what I'm saying? And I know I got some counterparts that don't agree with me and say I'm a sellout and these sorts of things. But damn it, I'd rather get it out of the mud my own way. I'm just saying, you ain't finna piss down my back and tell me it's raining and say, yeah, we got you on our side. But if it's not genuine, I don't want it, man. If y'all even follow the page and if it's not genuine, I don't want it, man. I don't want it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want your company if it's not genuine. That's just me. Some people will settle and say, hey, I'm glad that this company, due to their diversity program, put my stuff on their shelves and stuff like that, and I'm glad that I'm getting sales and stuff. No, if it ain't genuine, I don't want it, man. I'd rather live with what I got, and that's just my opinion or my feelings, and that's just how it is. So with the Rooney Rule and all of that, you can't force a billionaire, man, to hire you when they don't really want you, So it's just how I look at it. Based off of my knowledge, my accolades, and my wisdom and understanding, if you can't see said value in that, then shoot. Look, Law, I can't stand you. Look, I done turned some tables over, I done got things done. And that's just how it goes. But at the end of the day, I know that the grand curator will provide, and that's how I look at it. So if it's an opportunity for me to be successful, I'm not looking for a man or to be an object from a company to give me that. You know what I'm saying? I'm asking the creator, where's my blessing? Give it to me. I don't need no sympathy, no empathy, none of that stuff. YouTube reached out and said, based off of you being a minority, we would like to put you on a bullshit. No, YouTube. No, I'm Law. Don't put me in a category. Don't put me down as a minority content creator. No, I don't want it. Nope. I'm just like Joe Blow down the street. I'm just like Tom and all of them other people. Don't put me in a box. I don't want to be there. No, I don't want extra views for that. No, don't put me in those programs. But neither here nor there. Some people, they like to lay down and get into those programs because they're saying, ooh, look at the opportunity that they are granting me. And that's what Attack on the Cowboys, he posted. These are the 3 other guys that they're interviewing. And 1, 2, Rooney, you know what I'm saying? And maybe these boys can get a chance and an opportunity to spit some knowledge to Jerry, which otherwise, they probably would not be given or granted those opportunities. I get all of that. But don't sympathy hire me and all of these stuff. But, it is what it is. Law, things work in the United States of America, brother. Yeah, it is what it is. But neither here nor there. Back to the part that I really want to bring up is they out of their cotton picking mind. Speaking of cotton and picking, let's talk about the fact that they are in the postseason. They are in the postseason, and they are still worrying about the Dallas Cowboys. They can't get the big D out of their mouths. Let's listen to them. Yeah. Look at that. Listen properly. Listen. I don't see a blue nor a silver. Oh my gosh, man. Look, they are united against us, the Dallas Cowboys. That's crazy. Oh my gosh, man. Look, I would get it if we were playing like we had to play them next or something, I would get it if we were like, we are technically the final boss, right? After you destroy X, Y, and Z character, we are the main character. We are, it goes from that idiotic statement to at the end of the day, this is the reason why. Look, we are public enemy number 1, not 3, not 4, not 5. Public enemy number 1. Law, do you have any other evidence? Like, we don't even play this weekend, and here's on the other side, because that's NFC, right? And now let's look at the AFC.
The Buffalo Bills are America's team.
Like, come on, man. He ain't even worried about the Chiefs. There's championship weekend. We haven't been there in 30 years, and here's what they worried about.
I don't want to take away from no one else, but I think that they call the Cowboys America's team, but Cowboys were America's team because they were very good in that time of life. Now the chapter has changed, and now we have Josh Allen, where we're American.
He can't even get it out. It don't make sense. They are still trying, like that's why we Americans take. They can't keep our names out of their mouth. So on one end, you got Washington, and the Eagles. They got to face off against each other, and they still worrying about the Dallas Cowboys. And on the opposite end, you got the damn Bills. They got to face off versus the Chiefs. That's why I like the Chiefs. The Chiefs don't even mention They don't even mention us. They just go about their business. They whoop tail. They got the aficionados on their side. They got Taylor Swift on their side. They got a lot of good things on their side. And they don't even mention, like, we should beat America's team. No, they just go and play. Yeah. But at the end of the day, we have to face and adhere to these type of things while the Cowboys are crashing and burning. And, of course, Jerry Jones got a lot to do with this, ladies and gentlemen, because it's the Cowboys' way. It's the Cowboys' way. And here's the finite thing that happened earlier. This particular week, Michael Irvin came out and said, basically, we missed an opportunity. We missed out on chances of changing something. Now, granted, the Dallas Cowboys can be looking at this particular way of being a team of jokes or what have you, because we are still divided even with that. There are a third of the Cowboys nation who can't stand Dion, right? Then there's a third of the Cowboy nation who can't stand Shoddy. We would never be on the same page. But, before I play the Michael Irv clip, let me play this right here one more time.
Rich, we will stay in the division with the Dallas Cowboys head coaching news. 9:45 p.m. on Friday night, the Cowboys announced that Brian Schottenheimer, their own offensive coordinator, would in fact be their new head coach, agreeing to terms on a 4-year deal. Did a very short search, shorter than most I can remember. Only interviewed a couple people, Robert Sala, Leslie Frazier, Kellen Moore, the Eagles OC. Landed on Brian Schottenheimer, something that probably seems a little underwhelming, to say the least, to Cowboys fans, but inside the building, they believe Schottenheimer can lead, and certainly something that Dak Prescott can support. I would also say a favorite to be his defensive coordinator is Matt Eberflus, former Bears head coach, of course, was on the Cowboys staff several years ago. That would be an excellent hire for them. But Brian Schottenheimer, against all odds, the new head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. No doubt. All right, so to get into the mindset of that, ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to say this, and that's why I'm of the belief, and I'm with the belief. You got to get those bots up out of here, I'm of the belief, and I'm with the belief of let's abolish that Rooney Rule thing. Don't nothing piss me off more than to look for handouts. Can't stand it, man. We as a people shouldn't look for handouts. We shouldn't be looking for ways whereas we leaning on someone else 1,000% when you have the ability to pick yourself up and get up. But neither here nor there. Ed Warner spoke too soon, basically, and he had to walk back his statement about the Cowboys having the new defensive coordinator as it being Matt Eberflus, right? And then they had to hurry up and try to put out the fires and say, hey, let's go ahead and retract that statement because we got to solidify and satisfy the Rooney Rule. So let us go and say to you all that, yeah, we did our due diligence, and let's go get Curtis Mayfield and let's go make sure that he can be interviewed for this particular job, So get rid of it because they already had their minds set up and made to go get Eberflus. Now, what this develops is, and what this creates is, Eberflus catching strays for no reason. Oh man, you got the job because you was already qualified. No, he's a better candidate than Curtis Mayfield or what's his name is Andre. Oh my bad, I'm messing up the man's name. Yeah, I'm your mama, I'm your daddy, I'm that in the alley. Andre Curtis, yeah, that's his name. Yeah, he ain't running up for nothing. Yeah. I mean, what they gonna say? They sit down and they look each other in the eyes and he said, hey,
we don't have the DC position for you, but we had a secondary position for you. You can park the cars, Look how crazy that rule is. I can find so many holes in that, Get rid of that damn rule, Yeah. Yeah, they got Curtis Mayfield. I'm your mama. I'm your daddy. Hey, he was before his time, though, man. Shoot. Let me know if y'all know a little bit about Curtis Mayfield and them. Boy, don't let me know if we that diverse over here. Come on with it, baby. Yeah. But here's what I'm going to say. There's been some developing news that the last opening for the job is this right here of Mike McCarthy going to the New Orleans Saints. Hold on, here you go.
Mike McCarthy, I'm told, is expected to interview with the Saints probably around the middle of this week. He's got a lot of familiarity with the organization, and GM Mickey Loomis was the offensive coordinator there a couple of decades ago. He's also got a lot of success in his past, 12 playoff appearances in 18 seasons, potentially a really good fit for a Saints team that is very much built to win right now. The Saints also plan to speak again with Eagles offensive coordinator Kellen Moore. They are allowed under the rules to speak with Moore, win or lose for the Eagles today, but the result of this game could impact the timing. The Saints ideally want to speak with Moore as soon as possible, could head to Philadelphia even to speak with him as soon as Monday. They've already spoken twice with Mike Kafka and Anthony Weaver for the job. They still want to talk with Cliff Kingsbury, and I would not count out their interim coach, Darren Rizzi, either.
So the Saints, man, shout out to the Who Dat clan. Jeez. Oh my gosh. And just to be fair to everything, this report, and I'm gonna get to some Cowboys. I'm gonna talk about the Michael Irvin deal. And I'm going to talk about the possible tampering deal, too. Some tampering stuff that's going on. But before I go there, man, let's pull this part up. I want to share this visual with you guys of how Sean Payton tree blossomed into Dan Campbell and Aaron Glenn and Joe Brady and all of those boys, because it just hit me. This person did their research on, and I want to give them some shine to this. Let's go. Let's listen to this part right here.
First thought is probably, what about?
Put it like this. Let me pause it right quick. I wasn't aware of Joe Lombardi, Joe Brady, Dennis Allen, Aaron Glenn, and Dan Campbell. They were all on that staff with Sean Payton. I wasn't aware. Let's listen.
About it. It's just a bunch of NFL offensive coordinators and head coaches. Not quite. This was the New Orleans Saints 2017 coaching staff. This one staff alone featured all of these people. Sean Payton, Denver head coach. Dan Campbell, Lions head coach. Joe Lombardi, Denver OC. Curtis Johnson, UFL head coach. Joe Brady, soon-to-be head coach. Dennis Allen, former head coach. Ryan Nielsen, Jaguars DC. Mike Nolan, UFL head coach. Aaron Glenn, Jets head coach. But this video isn't just about the Saints 2017 coaching staff. It's about how absurd the Saints 2017 year was in general. They literally had the greatest draft class maybe of all time that season. Marshall Lattimore, superstar. Brian Ramczyk, all-pro. Marcus Williams, absolute dog. Alvin Kamara, nothing needs to be said about him. Alex Anzalone, dog. Trey Hendrickson, superstar. That coaching staff and this draft, then that season in December, Drew Brees hit 70,000 passing yards. What could possibly go wrong? This was the greatest culmination of
Watch this. Ever. Watch this. Oh my gosh, man. It's caught. Hey, how he threw that helmet off. Watch how when Smooth threw the helmet, it was over with, man. Yeah, dog, boy. I had to show that, man, to let you guys know, man. Shoot, that was a crazy coaching staff, man. Young Wilson, appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for your support, man. Appreciate you, big dog, big homie.
Take the money out, all of it. Come on. Wasting my time now. Come
appreciate you, man. Aloha to you, man, and thank you for all of your support. Yeah, hey, that was crazy. But I want to talk about this tampering thing because I think that's what it is. That's what it is. Let me talk about this one before we get into the Michael Irvin news. I appreciate everybody. It is, we got 1 hour before kickoff? One more hour before kickoff, right? Appreciate everybody for tuning in. And let me know who y'all want to win. All right, so with that being said, here we go. Is this tampering, yes or no? But would you guys consider trading him too, by the way? It's reported that he's going to try to trade for me. And that was Brandon Aubrey on John Fossil signing with the Titans. The kicker, Brandon Aubrey, said that the special teams coordinator, John Fossil, contacted him before he signed his contract. Oh, damn, it's before he signed his contract with Tennessee. And he said quickly he would be considered trading for him. He will be requesting to trade for him. And okay, it's not considered tampering because it said before he signed his contract. But would you guys be considered trading away one of your number one assets to get multiple draft picks? Or would you be considered swapping draft picks or what have you? So that's one way you can get who you want. That would be crazy. The Titans are known to be doing something crazy too. For one win, a Super Bowl for one win. Okay, let me try to read this, Brandy. Let me drink some more of my coffee. I'm going to read very slowly because it's throwing me off somehow. For one win, a Super Bowl before you say you are America's team. When I hear players like him say I hear lack of accountability and discipline. I think you meant for one, win a Super Bowl first before you open your mouth, basically. And you talking about the Bills, right? So, okay, I got you, man. Appreciate you, Brandon. Thank you so much for
Take the money out! All of it! Come on! You're wasting my time now. Come on!
Yeah.
Come on.
Appreciate you, Brandon. Hey, appreciate you. I had to get my hooked on phonics, man. And no shade at the Hooked on Phonics crew because I was definitely stuttering, Stanley, and all of that. I stuttered when I spoke, and Hooked on Phonics got me right over here. So, yeah. So y'all leave me alone over here when I try to read stuff. You know, even in my 40s, I still have struggles. But appreciate you so much. All right, let's get back to this point right here. Oh, my God, the playmaker. Playmaker?
Wedding and you got to the restaurant, I knew something was coming down crazy like this.
Can y'all hear audio?
Man, I don't know Brian Schottenheimer. I don't know him well like that. I don't know this man. But I do know this man. And I do know about this, and I know about man.
Right.
That's three things I told you. And I'm going to break it down for you. And I'm going to talk about it. Mm-hmm. Here's my issue. We lost an opportunity here. I don't know what will happen with Coach Schottenheimer in the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, okay. We got did Zimmer retire? JJ screwed up again, in my opinion. Yeah, Zimmer is considering retiring, by the way. That was news that was reported right before I went live by Ed Warner. He says Mike Zim tells us that he will not be returning to the Cowboys as a member of Brian Schotte's coaching staff, and he will likely retire from the coaching in the NFL. Zimmer served as his defensive coordinator last season. Cowboys likely to hire Matt Eberflus for the DC per sources. And that's why I say that's what really got me really upset about the whole Rooney thing and these sorts of things, whereas you done already announced that, hey, I'm hiring Eberflus, but to solidify the ruling, let me call Tyrone and them to come in so I can sit them down and we can roll dice or something. I don't know, but to me personally, it's kind of crazy. All right, and let's listen to the rest of this.
But Jerry's a shrewd.
Appreciate you for your support,
man. And this opportunity, I'm shocked he did not see. I was pushing for Deion Sanders to be the next head coach, and I still stand 10 toes down on that push. And I can't believe that we saw the mass, the understanding of all of this, Let me break this down.
He had to take the glasses off and put them back on.
We have 2 NFC East teams in the NFC Championship game being played tomorrow.
Which is today in the next hour.
2 NFC East teams in the NFC Championship game being played tomorrow. Our eyes on them.
Right.
The Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders. Our enemies on all front.
Yeah.
And they're holding a position that we haven't held in 30 fucking years.
There's people that's in the chat area that would like to argue that Prime wouldn't be a difference maker. And to be fair, their argument is very much so valid, right? You know, to a degree, to this point of degree, that he have zero experience in the National Football League, right? But when we look back at the 3 Super Bowls that we got a chance to witness in the 90s, there was another coach who had zero experience in the National Football League, but was able to galvanize a troop of guys to win. And he didn't do it his first year nor his second, right? Jimmy Johnson, I'm not saying that Deion and Jimmy are the same person. But what I'm saying is sometimes it takes a difference maker. You got to look at the total body of work of what somebody can bring to the table. Now, Shotty, here's my defense to him. We're going to have to all wait and see. Give this man a chance to fail, by the way. We just can't say he's going to fall flat on his face. But the historical data shows and support that the way that the Cowboys are going about this on hiring is a pattern of what previously happened with this team for 30 years. Prime would be going against the grain. Shotty is more like going with the grain. Now, even a trash can get a steak. So that's why I'm sitting back saying, okay, all right, let Shotty implement his philosophy, his principle. Let us get back to run game. Let us see if we can win in those factors. But the historical data doesn't support what's going on in Dallas.
The longest drought by any NFC East team, any NFC team, period. 30 years. I did a little letter on Speak to Jerry Jones where I was delivering information in a bullshitting way, but I was not lying.
Come on with it.
You bring in someone that was already inside.
Listen properly.
You lose things there that you can't grab back, that I'm worried about. And let me tell you about those things. First of all, we're losing ground on this NFC, right? We know who's going to be in the NFC Championship game. We haven't been there in 30 years. Let me just break down what that means to people. Because when people say it, you say, oh hum, oh hum, oh hum. But no oh hum to that. That's 30 damn years. 40 years is a generation. We got 30 years. Right here, right now is critical mass. It was time to bring somebody in here that could shake things up and grab this last leg of Cowboys Nation. If we got 30 years right now, life expectancy is 100 years. That means by math, a third of Cowboys Nation has never felt or lived the glory of a championship story. Don't even know about it. How the hell can they pass something on down or pass it down when they don't even know about it?
Spartans, prepare for
glory. Jeez, boy. Woo! Now, technically, he based it off of 100 years life expectancy. And I'm thinking in the United States, life expectancy is anywhere between 67, 75, give or take. So it's not even 100 years. We don't live that long anymore, you know. but neither here nor there. His math will be for a generation is 25 to 30 years. If we basing that off of 70 years, and somebody had posted it earlier when I did the morning video about that. It's like, law, 40 years is not generational. It's supposed to be 25. And I haven't been in grade school for over 20 years myself. So, but I can say that he's right. There are a lot of Cowboy fans that's watching this channel right now who never seen the glory days, you know. So I don't have to talk about a hole with that, you know. But I can tell y'all that this particular situation is facts. Shotty got a 4-year contract. If we don't touch the Super Bowl within the confines of those 4 years, it'll be 34 years of droughts, you know. So let me know, are we competing enough to have the ability to win the freaking Super Bowl within these next 4 years?
Hell, can they pass something on down or pass it down when they don't even know about it? In 10 years, that would have been a generation that knows nothing about a championship from the so-called America's team. And worse yet, that generation has seen total domination.
Yeah.
From a team named the Kansas City Chiefs, who in that span is running up on winning 3 in a row. 3 in a row. So not only are you losing football games over here and opportunities over here, even divisions over here, you're about to get our moniker snatched off our backs. Give me that.
Give me that. Get over here.
Kansas City over here with Miss All-America Taylor Swift. I'm a fan. Don't come at me about that. And Miss All-American Caitlin Clark, and I'm certainly a fan of her, so don't come after me about that. All that All-American in winning. This is what this generation knows. You understand, man? Do you understand what we did? You go and hire Brian Schottenheimer. I know he's been in the league for forever.
Come on with it.
But I also know he's been playing basketball in the NFL. He's been NBA in the NFL. I call it bouncing his ass around to about 15 other teams.
Throw that ass in the circle.
In this position, I don't know. I'm gonna give him an opportunity because I have to.
Throw that ass in the circle.
Snatching the star off my heart, I can't do that. There ain't nothing personal against him. It's what we needed. It's what we needed. I know what we needed. Brian Schottenheimer, I don't know this man, but I do know man. And I know man.
Break that down.
I know when you are within an organization and you get promoted within that organization. And I know that the Dallas Cowboys right now, they don't have curfew. And you get promoted within that organization.
Now, this is what he's finna break down. And this, like he said, I don't know that man, but I know man. And I know championship. I got hardware from every level, like high school, college, and the pros. This is what the playmaker is saying. And he's not talking back, he's not talking down on Shotty. But what he's saying that I know man. You see what I'm saying? I don't know this man, but I know championships, you know. So when he breaks this part down, I want y'all to listen very carefully.
And I know that the Dallas Cowboys right now, they don't have curfew. So let me give you that. They don't have curfew. They don't have discipline. We were fourth in penalties this year. So how do you fix that? You go and be more disciplined or be more of a disciplinarian? How do you do that when you're coming from inside? Because when you start saying, hey, you jump off sides now, we're going to fine you.
Take the money out! All of it! Come on! You're wasting my time now. Come on! Come on!
Brandon, shout out to you. Jerry got Pastor Irvin cussing. Oh, my God. All right. Let me get back to focusing. Somebody said, Law, why you always joking, man? I can't take you serious no more, Law. Hey, man, got to have a little humor in this, man. You know what I'm saying? When I start seeing them grades grow, I say, man, I'm taking life too serious. Let me start laughing, you know. But let's rewind and listen properly, y'all. Listen properly. And thank you so much, Brandon, for your support.
So let me give you that. They don't have curfew. They don't have discipline. We were fourth in penalties this year.
Right.
So how do you fix that? You go and be more disciplined or be more of a disciplinarian?
Yeah.
How do you do that when you're coming from inside? Because when you start saying, hey, you jump off sides now, we're going to fine you. You jump off sides, we're going to penalize you. Jump off sides, you're going to have to go do some running. And everybody going to say, oh, man, you're going to start acting like an asshole after we got you the job? That's what you're going to do. If you say, okay, we haven't been meeting at night. We leave Saturday afternoon at 1:30, people, for a 3 p.m. Sunday game. I'll see you at the game on 3 p.m. Sunday. Do y'all understand? Everybody else, they show up at a hotel Saturday night at 6 p.m. That's what we did. We have dinner till about 7:30. Then we're going to go have meetings and watch film till about 9. We'll get us a snack. About 9:30, we're going to go in the room, play cards, hang out for a minute. The whole damn while we're talking game plan and what we must do. It's a promise made, one man to another. I will get my damn job done today. That's how you win championships.
Yeah.
And you make the promise over and over to each other.
Yes.
You make it when you're with each other.
Yes.
And if you're not creating these times together, when the fuck you going to make these promises?
Yes. Yes.
You talk all off season.
Yes.
About money. You don't talk about winning.
Yes.
And then when it's time to be talking football, you got everybody home, sitting at home. Now Brian's going to come in. What is he going to say? We're going to start showing up at the hotel. We're going to have curfew. They're going to say it again. Oh, man, what you doing, dog? Oh, okay, nigga, you going to change like this on us? This how you going to change? Oh, we got you the job. That's what they're going to say.
Uh-huh.
And now you're risking losing the whole locker room. I hope I'm wrong. But I'm telling you, I know man. And I do know this. I know how to win championships. I got hardware everywhere.
That brother said he got hardware everywhere. He said, he know man, I don't know him. Here's why I'm going to find a little slither. And I know y'all going to stab me in the back with this. Here come Law again with this optimistic ass. You know what I'm saying? I can't stand him. He's always positive, you know. Yes, he's positive. Boy, he's more positive than magic. You know what I'm saying? This brother's positive. And everything in him is positive. Blood, positive, you know. But let me say this. I got a chance to see Shotty at work when he was conducting practice, and Terrence Steele false start. And normally, when I seen practice, when I was watching practice, they just get these guys back up again and go through the process. But I saw Shotty with my natural eyes tap Terrence Steele on the shoulder with some few choice words and told him to get out of there. And they rotated Matt Waletzko in, you know. So maybe, just maybe, Shotty can come in here and say, hey, if you F up, next person up. If you late, there'll be laps or fines. Maybe since he got full reign, I don't know, maybe there's 25 years of built up aggressions that he will be ready to do those things. We don't know. It's literally, with Shotty, is literally.
Well, what I'm saying is that there are known knowns and that there are known unknowns, but there's also unknown unknowns. Things we don't know that we don't know.
And Paul, appreciate you so much, man, for that. You know, appreciate you for your support. And
take the money out, all of it. Come on, you're wasting my time.
He says, I pray Jerry and his son see this video. I know they seen the video far as Irv is going viral a little bit, so let's make sure we continue to spread that around. Shotty got some fire. Yeah, Pete, I think that he got some fire. To me personally, I've seen the brother, me and Boss Cowboy Sports had a conversation, and I looked at Boss after the conversation. I said, man, I wish we had the damn camera rolling, you know. Sure, if we had the camera rolling, it would have 100,000 views right now because we got a chance to sit down and talk to him off record, basically, and he was spitting some good stuff. And he got more fire. Shotty got more fire. Then, let me say this, he got more fire than Mike McCarthy, Kellen Moore, Jason Garrett, Wade Phillips, Dave Campo, and Chan Gailey. He got more fire in his talk than those boys, right? So that's all I'm saying. So being able to talk and being assertive with your words and to be able to articulate certain things, that make him pay something down the stretch. But I'm not saying that he can walk on water if he can fix the dysfunctions that's been going on for over or damn near 30 years. That's all. That's all we're saying. Now, I don't know what he's going to do. Now, they are interviewing still offensive coordinator. They got Freddie Cougar coming in. Well, the dog named Kevin Cougar. I don't think that it's a real one, but if it is, hey, that's a move in the right direction. Maybe they can figure out a way, you know. They are also interviewing DCs and stuff like that, but we already heard Matt Eberflus will be that, and he's assembling his staff. So we will see, man. You know, but kudos and credence to Michael Irvin, the playmaker. He got nothing to gain with this, you know. So he's trying to tell us, you know, that this is what the Cowboys need to be doing. I don't think he's lying to kick it. Let me see if I can rewind to this part. Yeah. This was said earlier this year, I believe, right after the Saints lost.
That was his first punt of the game. So, yeah, it's an inside source. And he told me, I said, man, he said, Michael, I don't know, man. These guys, I don't know how focused they are. I said, well, what did they go over at the night before the game at the hotel? What are their thoughts? He said, man, a lot of these guys they're not forced to come to the hotel. It's a choice to come to the hotel. Let me give you guys some understanding. Night before a game, a team, even a home game, if we're playing in Dallas, you're playing Dallas, you got to leave your house. You come to the hotel. At 5 o'clock, we're going to meet at 6, we're going to eat dinner at 7, then we're going to be back in meetings at 8, and then you'll go back to the room about 9:30, 10 o'clock, and hey, they checking, lights out, take your ass to sleep at 11 o'clock. Lights out, let's go to sleep. We're going to wake up at 8. We want you well rested. We're going to feed you a breakfast. We're going to go over another meetings. And then we're going back. We're going to the stadium on a bus all together. Now I'm hearing that this is not a force. They're not forced to come to a hotel. They can choose to come to a hotel. Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me? You're going to give 22, 23, 24, 25-year-old men an opportunity to come and go as they please on the night before a game? I hope that's not the case. I hope that's not the case. You gotta make sure. Okay, I'm gonna just speak me. I'm African American, 15 to 17 kids. You leave me home the night before a game. No one's talking to me about my assignment tomorrow. Every one of my family members are talking to me about their damn problems right now. What they doing, what they going through, how much they need.
Yeah.
Well, how can I help them? How can I fix them? You don't leave these guys home. You put them in a hotel. You make it mandatory to come to the hotel. And so now all they can think about is football. All they see around them is football. And their mind will stay on the game. I hope the damn that somebody lied to me. I hope to damn that somebody lied to me and that we're not letting these young men run around and choose if they want to come to a hotel or not the night before a game. I'm just dropping that out. I'm going to check to make sure, but if that's the case, shit, we can stop right now. We can stop talking about the Cowboys ever winning the Super Bowl ever again, if that's the case. If that ship has gotten that loose, then it's certainly going to sink. That's all. I will find out. I will verify that, and I probably should have made sure I found out before I said it, but I was just so pissed all day, I blabbered. I'm sorry. I don't know. What the hell you want me to do with it? I'll find out what happened and get back to you after that Monday night game.
Yeah, man, it came out to be true. That's why, Michael Irvin got this restaurant in the Colony. And what I do is I never ask him for things. I let him know what I can do for you. It's always the inverse, not asking him what he can do for me. Because at the end of the day, I'm not looking for the handouts. I'm not looking for the ability. Now, I know thou should decree a thing and those things should be established. But, at the end of the day, there are so many people who look for favors and stuff like that. And there's nothing wrong with that. And there's nothing wrong with asking and things like that. But what he's saying is collectively, when you are a professional football player, the last thing that you want to do is being around family members and these sorts of things the day before the game. Little baby needs shoes. I got this business plan. Hey, I got this going on. Now you got 1,001 things to think about outside of the game. So what he's saying is that basically, look, let's narrow this down. Let's have some strong constraints, whereas you better have your in bed, and focus in on winning. And what he said previously is that during the offseason, they used to game plan on how they're going to win, not game plan on how much money you make, or how much money you making, and talking about those type of things. Those are the realities. Now, and Dwight, you're right. Michael Irvin forgetting about how many things that he had going on. Here's the thing. Michael Irvin didn't miss practices. Believe it or not, he didn't miss practices. Now, he'll party all night, drink, smoke, do whatever he need to do to get off. That's why I said that basically Michael Irvin, if you take away those things, shoot, he probably would be light years better than Jerry Rice. Michael Irvin partied and clubbed all night, man. Jerry Rice was like a saint almost. He didn't do none of those things. And Michael Irvin still got 3 rings. He'll party and be up all night, man. Some people say that other stuff that he was on. But he didn't miss no practices. Nah. Boy, he'd be the first one there like, hey, wait a minute. When you just at the White House? Yeah. Oh, man, I'm ready to run these hills now. Come on with it. Shoot. Man, y'all better go look into that and ask the Cowboys people, man, that played this game, who was the hardest working man out there, Michael Irvin. Shoot, he had to sweat all of that stuff out. And that's not even the joke right there, telling the truth. But we still had the kind of caliber of coach like your Jimmy Johnson that came to the point that if you late, we leaving you, bro. If you late, even Troy, we leaving you, bro, you know. So at the end of the day, you still got to have that balance. We talking about at the ages of 20 to 30. There's been reports that your brain don't completely finish developing until it's 25. Technically, you know. But what I'm saying is, with Shotty, when he get here, and no, I saw your Action Power hit me up and say, hey, man, you already giving the man a name? Well, that man got a weird name, Brian Schottenheimer. I ain't finna be saying Schottenheimer. You know how we gonna give you a nickname. Shoot, Shotty. His name is Shotty, man. Brothers don't have time to be saying them long names. Come on, man, we gonna give you that nickname. Shotty. Yeah, it's gonna be his nickname. Schottenheimer is too much wordplay. But neither here nor there. The ship screws are loose, and we are hoping that from within that this guy can make a change. That's all we saying, you know. Head coach Shotty, yeah, and I think that he would still be the offensive coordinator too, so he'd be a head coach / offensive coordinator. We still may interview. They probably did that interview so that they can make sure that the NFL don't rain down on them by not interviewing a minority candidate. When you look at all of the candidates that's interviewing, they are all Tyrones, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, this is how it is. I just don't like the ruling, you know, of such of it being that you got to interview a minority when it's not genuine. You know, that's just me. I could be 1,000% wrong. There are people who benefited, you know, from those type of rulings there. Boy, them bots are in here. Yes, indeed. If I had enough time, I'll figure out ways to block them all the way. But neither here nor there. I got to give one plug for one of our sponsors that's presenting sponsors of this particular episode, and that's Underdog Fantasy. Download UnderdogFantasy.com. Go to UnderdogFantasy.com and use promo code LAW. They will take great care of you. You can get up to $1,000 in bonus cash. That's a Thou Wow claim, 50% deposit match. Be sure to check them out and get things going from that particular nature. Earlier this week, they had a line of not the stuff that we were talking about earlier, but they had a line of Saquon Barkley with 126 yards rushing. This is easy like Sunday morning, because this game that's going to come up, they're going to run the ball with Saquon Barkley. or the other guy said, Shayshawn. Y'all saw that clip? The boy said, Shayshawn Barkley. Shayshawn, not Saquon, but Shayshawn Barkley. Yeah, he going to run. if he going to do anything else, Saquon Barkley is going to run. I hope I can pull that little clip up, man. That boy said, Shayshawn Barkley. Let me see if I can find it, man. I don't know if it's going to be available, but man, let me see if I can find it. I hope I can find it. They don't have it. Yeah, they might have it. But that brother, boy, he murdered that man's name. But I would say that's an easy go with the hire with that. And then use promo code LAW, baby, and everything will work his way out. Appreciate y'all on that. Yeah. Shayshawn. Y'all know what I'm talking about for those who follow. Yeah. Somebody, whoever got the link, man, send it over to me, man, on Twitter. I'll pull it up. Yes, indeed. But go with that. I think that he's going to rush for more than that. And then as far as Jaden Daniels passing the ball, I think that he's going to do more than 223 yards, man. That Jaden Daniels, he's been that dude, you know. So there's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. But I'll go with the higher on that. And then as far as picking anything else, go with the flex. Go with the flex one. Yeah. You know, he said Shayshawn Barkley. Let me see if I can put it in on Twitter on that one. Boy, that was completely funny on how that dude said that name. Shout out to you, still Dacking, for the 601. Appreciate you, man. Jeez. Appreciate y'all, man. What we like to do, man, is 1:43. We got 15 minutes before kickoff. Post me who you think is going to win and these sorts of things, too. And let's Shay Sean. When you said Shay Sean, let me see if I can copy it right here. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it on Twitter, man. Oh, my God, this dude. Let me see if I can find it. Boom. I can't find that boy. That dude. Yeah, thank you, dog. Here you go, hit it. Like
Shay Sean Barkley. Shay Sean Barkley. I swear, Shay Sean Barkley is the best. We survived the Giants, and now the Eagles got Shay Sean Barkley. Lord have mercy, man. All to the Eagles, man. All to the Birds. Shay Sean Barkley.
That wasn't Shay Sean Barkley. That boy right there.
Shay Sean Barkley.
Oh, my gosh, man.
I swear, Shay Sean Barkley is the best. We survived the Giants, and now the Eagles got Shay Sean Barkley. Lord have mercy, man.
That shit. That boy right there, boy. Boy, I'm telling you, man, that's crazy. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls around the globe, appreciate each and every last one of you all tuning in. But if you ever in a car wreck and you flipped around and got T-boned in that thing and you fool around and pull up out of there and there's only one call that you need to hit. And some can say even before you call 911, put them on hold. Call these folks right here.
It starts from the first phone call. Most of the time, you're going to talk to Gene Burkett, a 30-year partner. You're not going to talk to some employee that just got put on the phones that day.
There are things that are so crucial, especially if it's a cataclysmic event, to have our experts get out and look at the vehicle, witness statements, photos, the whole thing.
Call Frenkel first.
Chosen by the people, feared by the insurance companies. Call Frenkel first.
That's 214-817-333-3333. All of the threes you can dial, and you will get someone with over a combined of 100 years of experiences. If you can't get to that phone line for your mind, be sure to check out FrenkelFirm.com. They located here in the heart of Dallas. Keep in mind, Dallas get about 9,000 individuals a month to move here in this beautiful state of Texas. So be sure to reach out to someone like Frenkel and Frenkel personal injury lawyers that know the terrain, they know the area, they know everything about the Dallas area. So be sure to reach out to them. Come on with it, Cowboy Nation. Even though we are not playing this weekend, we are still in the mouths of those who requiring Big D. But I got from the 501, you're live on the nation, brought to you by FrenkelFirm.com. What you got for me? 501, you're live once, twice, 3 times a lady. Hey, oh, okay, what's good, bro? I was about to roll. What you got for me? Yeah.
Man, be very brief, man. I love your show.
Appreciate you.
You're like the best ever, man. I love everything you do. I just want to say this, man. Huge Cowboy fan.
Yeah.
Was able to see the 3 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say this, man. I've seen everything throughout the years. I kind of feel like this until we, as fans, put our foot down and let Jerry and company know. Hey, look, man, we deserve the best because we are the best fans in the world. And I just think we just got to demand more, man. We just got to put our foot down. And I think it starts with all of us collectively thinking about maybe not purchasing tickets, maybe not, buying merchandise, because I think sometimes when you will start affecting money and things of that nature, people start to wake up then. Love Jerry. I think Jerry's the best guy in the world. I've loved what he's done, but at the same time, respect deserves respect. Yeah. And I don't think we've gotten that respect, and I think it's time for us to collectively think about, hey, maybe we deserve a little bit better.
Right.
People say sometimes, well, hey, the players need to play better. But if they don't have what they need, and that starts with coaching, discipline, and things of that nature, we can't expect more out of the players, too.
No doubt.
So, that's just my thoughts. Love your show. Appreciate you letting me come on. and I hope you have a great day.
You
Thank
as well, man. Come on with it. Appreciate you, man, from the 501, man. It's a good call, man. Not gonna down the ideal of boycotting and getting rid of certain things, but you know, at the end of the day, the Cowboys will my biggest thing would be, look, let one of these people buy the Cowboys, right? Let's force the team to be sold, right? Because I think that the Cowboys already have their mind made that they like to work a certain way, they like to operate a certain way. And this was a fan tweet right here. He says, and let me see if I can make this picture even bigger so that you guys can understand the whole gravity of his conversation right here. Bear with me. I'm gonna try to pull this picture all the way up so that you guys can see that, you know. Yep, and we're gonna make it bigger. And don't say that what she said. All right, and we got right here. He says here, the Commanders aren't my enemies. The Eagles aren't my enemies. The Giants aren't my enemies. It's the family of the Dallas Cowboys are our number one enemy. The enemy from within. These are the people that we would definitely have to worry about as being public enemy number one. From the 409, what's on your mind, D-Shift?
Hey, what's going on, Love, man? Big thing, man, is man, it is just sad that at this point of, you know, Dak's career, and then, you know, you had the as long as you had Tony Romo, and you look at the 30 years or whatnot, and you just missed out on an opportunity, and simply because GM don't know how to do his job.
Right.
And I don't really foresee, like, because it's always cyclical, right? Like we'll seem to have like a piece and be lacking a piece, and then we'll lose a piece, and then we'll just have to replace. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so we know how they use the draft to kind of like rejuvenate rather than to like add on. And so like just going forward, you know, I think defensively, I don't think it's a bad idea to kind of put more chips in there, but now you need all these offensive weapons. So you're gonna constantly be within that rhythm, and that just has to do, I think, really with, like they say, with just Steven the Jones is just really wanting to profit in any way. So they're getting some type of profit. They gotta be. Right.
This is how they make their billions, you know. And even though they have other companies that make money and revenue, but the most of the money of the pie comes from the representations of the Cowboys, you know, this most visible brand, you know. So them walking away from that, you know, it's going to be kind of hard. But you're going to have to make them an offer that they can't refuse, right? So, but the dynamics of this team, the problems with this team is that we can compete. We just don't compete in free agency. We don't compete in acquisitions as it relates to trades. We don't compete in those categories as far as contracting. We wait to the last minute. So we operate in that, and that's why we are seeing that we probably be top heavy. We could talk about all of the all pros and these sorts, but we be deficient in so many other ways. It's kind of like a bodybuilder that works on the upper body but never do leg day, you know. So, and that's where we at, bro. And I appreciate you for calling in, D-Shift.
Well, and the other thing, man, I just like also what Mike pulled up was about Sears and Blockbuster.
Right.
And how they went out of business because they don't move with the times, and how much Dion could have added social media wise and generationally what you're gonna mess around and do. You're gonna become the Raiders.
Right.
You know, once Jerry gone, like Steven, you ain't got the type of gravity that your pops do. Just
right.
Like Mark Davis, you know, everybody talks about the Raiders because Al Davis brought them so much like star power with them himself.
Yeah.
But once Jerry gone, like Steven, Charlotte, Jerry Jr., like y'all not. So it's going to lose a big touch, which I'm cool with. You know, yeah. I'd like to target off of us, honestly, with the America's team moniker. But
yep.
If the goal for them is to make money, they're going to mess around and become Sears and Blockbuster. So appreciate you, bro.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you for calling in. That's a good call from my guy. these shifts. And he's right. You know, Sears, Blockbusters, these were things, man, shoot, that at the time, you know, you would think that, man, come on, look at Radio Shack, man, look at all of the revenue that they're getting. There's no way that they're going to go out of business, right? But if you don't evolve, right, then you're going to fool around and get hit. Walmart stumbled to their knees. Oh, they got knocked down to their knees when Amazon started doing deliveries. So Walmart said, hold on, man. You know, you ain't finna get me like this. I'm going to start doing deliveries too. And we're going to set up memberships and stuff like that. So now Walmart, you can order something in a drone. A drone will drop it off at your front door, you know. So they're competing. But another company will be like, nah, we're going to let Amazon do their thing. And if you don't evolve with time, shoot, there's going to be a situation, right? Netflix came to Blockbusters on their hands and knees saying, hey, we would like to partner with you. Blockbuster laughed at Netflix and said, get out of here. You must be out your cotton picking mind. You ain't finna do this and that. You know, you must be out your goddamn mind. Yeah. Less than a year later, Netflix got to jumping and rolling and rumbling. You know, remember Netflix started off, you go and you order the CD and they drop it off to you, you know, in a CD format, you know, in the mail, you know. You put the DVD and the CD in there. Then Blockbuster was like, oh, y'all bringing on this much revenue? Y'all finna go digital? Hey, we'd like to jump in now. Nope, too late. Blockbuster ended up being on the blocks. So that's where we are at. We are not evolving. Now, granted, we're still competing. That's the thing. We're still competing. But we're not evolving the way we're supposed to be. And that goes due to the fact that regardless, nobody can fire Stephen Jones. Nobody can fire Jerry Jones, right? Oh, my gosh, it's hilarious to this. But neither here nor there. 210, Dr. Q, you in. Talk to me, man. And I see.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on, brother? Enjoying the show as usual, man.
Yeah.
You forgot Circuit City, too, man.
Oh, yeah.
There for a while. The Angels is gone, man. The problem, like I said, the problem you're having, man, is now you got these malls that are slowly shutting down because now people don't have to leave the confines of their homes.
Right.
They can order stuff online and it's there. So evolving is definitely the key, man. All your callers, man, are calling in, spitting some good stuff, man.
They are.
I love hearing that, man. But I was real quick, man. I was following the numbers, man, what Michael was saying, man. I really enjoyed that. So I think when he was saying the 100 law, now I'm probably wrong on this.
Right.
You got to start with 1960 of the founding. So you go 60 to 2000, that gives you 40 years. And then you go, we're in 25, so that's 65. So you haven't had anything in 30. So when he starts saying that 100 years, he's right at about 95. So you actually, you're actually closing in.
He's talking about the brand. He's talking about the Cowboys brand, not the human. Oh, man, you're smart.
Right,
okay,
correct,
good.
Correct. Of that 1/3 that has not experienced that. So that's why I think he was when he said the 100, I kind of knew where he was coming from. And me being a follower, like I said, I was born in '63, but I didn't really understand football until I was in '73 when my granddad actually sat down and said, hey, this is what they do, this is the X and this and the O. I was born the week after Kennedy was assassinated. That was in November. And so that was in '63, brother. But I still say it doesn't matter, man. You got to give the individual a chance. But I just say you got to get personnel. It doesn't matter who you bring in there.
Right.
You got to get personnel. You can't, again, like I said the other day, you can't go, you can't go and you have Stephon Gilmore in there to kind of still kind of help your cornerback situation last year.
Right.
And you don't want to pay him the $4 million. You let the experience walk out the door. I don't care if he's 34 or whatever the age was.
Right.
You let him walk out the door and you bring in an Andrew Booth who plays the covers like I play flag football.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you can't do that, man, and especially not going up against number ones. So they have an issue with personnel. They just have a tendency, man, to just not do the right things, man. And I don't know. Hopefully, I'm like everybody else, man. I just don't know where it goes from here, man. I'm always been a diehard Cowboys fan, but I don't know what it's going to take to figure this out. And you never wish a man, dead or anything like you always say. He might outlive all of us.
All of us, man.
But, but the thing is, right now, man, some things got to be changed, and I just don't know if and when that's ever going to happen, brother. But I appreciate it, man. Keep up the great work, Law, man. Like I said, I enjoy. I was sitting here and I was like, man, let me just turn on my YouTube on my TV, and I see you there kicking them facts right now, man. So I want to just call and chime in, brother. I appreciate everything.
No doubt, man. I appreciate you, Dr. Q, man, and keep holding it down, man. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Will do, man. Okay.
Will do.
Bye-bye.
That's good, man. Let me give y'all the lineups, man, and I'm going to lock this up. I got AOC. Then I got the 206. I got Dr. C. Well, we got some doctors calling in, baby. So from the 214, you are now rocking on the floor with Law Nation Sports. AOC, what's good with you?
What's going on with it, Law, man?
Not much, bro.
It's a lot of sad faces in the chat, man. I can feel the sadness that permeates through the chat, brother.
It is.
Hey, man, can y'all put the body on ice at least until after the draft, man? We could wait to put the embalming fluid and stuff in the body at least until after the draft.
But the rigor mortis has already kicked in, man. I watched Law and Order. You ever seen Law and Order? And you see that lady when she go in, she say, "Yeah, rigor mortis." She said rigor mortis kicked in 2-3 days ago. So yeah, he's been dead. But yeah, the Cowboys dead because of lack of hope from the hire of Shotty. Now, granted, we got to give this man a chance to fail, but there are some patterns that I guess most people are looking at what happened in the last 30 years or 30 seasons. So that's why, it's hard to sell hope, bro, at this particular spot. But what you got for us, though, man? What you got for us, man?
So okay, first I'm going to get to the point about the Cowboys going out of business. Real quick.
Okay.
Hey, man, there's a big difference between the Cowboys and Blockbuster and Radio Shack and all those folks.
Yeah.
You know what the difference is?
What's that?
People are defaulted into getting Cowboys paraphernalia for Christmas, holidays, birthdays, and everything else. Yeah. Every year. People have crafted their whole identity around the Cowboys, bro. Their whole existence is the Cowboys. That is a way of life at this point. You got certain people, man. You got a large enough audience that's dedicated to it to where the brand ain't gonna die, bro.
Right.
The brand ain't gonna die. Now, as far as the body being dead, I understand. I'm completely with everybody. I'm with all of y'all. But hey, Cat, we in this together, man. We all hurt, man. We in this together.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. But at the end of the day, players make coaches. And as far as the players that Shotty has had, we all know the stats. We've seen the rankings. We've seen all that stuff.
Right.
He's made the most of the players he has had. Okay? I just don't know if going about this in a way where you're looking at the Cowboys and we're almost talking like, bro, we're talking like we haven't even sniffed what it may feel like to be successful. We're talking about trends. We're talking about habits. The thing with the Cowboys it's not like they haven't made the playoffs at all.
Right.
They've made it to the playoffs, and it's been those one or two plays that has lost us those games.
Right.
So where we could be in an NFC championship if Darius called it. We could be in an NFC championship if Aaron Rodgers didn't hit Jamarcus Finley on the sideline.
Right.
We could be in an NFC championship if Randy Gregory don't get that holding penalty, a defensive holding penalty on the defensive line against the Rams. So the difference with us and where we are is we really, truly are. When we have been in those situations, outside of Green Bay, I know everybody heard from that. We have been in those situations, but we've been right there, bro.
Yeah.
It's been one mistake. It's been one play. It's been one moment. It's not like
that's why they say football is a game of inches. I remember one Super Bowl we were able to acquire is because Jimmy Johnson was watching a recap of a highlight that they was talking about of the Bills, and he said, "Damn, this is what they tend to do." And he picked up that trend and that tendency, and he applied it while we was in the Super Bowl, right? So it's the small things that you got to have the creative design to do. Like if that one player that he got to cut so that this team can build some type of we call it a sense of urgency. Like, damn, he just cut this dude. You know what I'm saying? And he told one guy. Now I know the rules are different now in the National Football League, but he said the asthma field is over there. You know, it's like so. There's I think coaching erase those one little because football's a game of inches, right? So I think coaching erases those things, and that's what Michael Irvin was trying to get at. Like, Shotty already been in the building, and we had these issues. So now Shotty, he deserved a chance at it, but he said he know man, and he know that this particular situation may not be erased by him having to be inside hire because this was going on while he was here. But, you know, to the degree, hopefully, you know, it'll be a situation, a scenario that, you know, Shotty can at least show that now that I'm in control, some things can change.
Right. The real quick last point before I let you get to it, man. Great show.
Appreciate
Everybody should be subscribed to Law Nation. Everybody should lift a like. The ratio kind of off in here, man. See more likes on the video than I see. But real quick before I get out of here, bro.
What's that?
To go to that point. Did Ben Johnson not have situations that he showed where he should have made other decisions and stuff that the Lions have plagued them over the last 2 seasons during their little run of success?
Facts.
The same things keep happening. Did he not do that?
Facts.
Did Dwayne not show a kick in his armor and not show an ability to adjust and save the Lions from having 30 and 40 points put up on them by competitive teams?
Facts.
Did he not show that too?
Yeah.
Now, based off of reports that we done seen, was Brian Schottenheimer not one of the people that came to Big Mike last season was like, hey, man, we need to change the scheme up a little bit. And that was one of the reasons we saw the offense look so drastically different.
Yeah.
So he saw the problems. That's the important part, is bringing somebody in that sees the problems and is willing to do something about the problems. So that's just where I'm getting at, bro. That we got to keep what's important.
Right.
That's what's important.
As they say in football, be where your feet at. And our feet right now is where Shotty. And we going to be watching. We can be like, hey, what is that? If not, then we'll be sitting back and saying, okay, maybe he is, because like I said, he speak with assertiveness. He walk around like he owned the room, basically. So we will see all of those characteristics and see if it can spill over to the players on the field. I can't wait to see it, AOC, and I can't wait for Monday, man. You and we do our show.
We're going to have a following, y'all. We're going to have a following. Hey, remember, y'all are now tuned in to the bet.
Oh, man.
Y'all peace, man.
Yes, and how about them Cowboys? Come on with it. That's AOC for y'all. Be sure to check him out, man. He's a trailblazer, man. Viral content after viral content, and he does unbelievable job, man. And my number one goal is for him to do even a better job, you know what I'm saying? Because he's been killing it. So I want to support him in all of his ways, and everybody that comes into this particular space. I want everybody to do even a better job than what they're doing now. And like I say, that brother right there, he got unbelievable untapped potentials, and I'm quite sure that he's gonna reach higher heights even in this space. But the next call I got the 206, then I got Dr. C. And y'all hold tight, man. Let's get this show on the road. Y'all make y'all points real quick, because I got to get on up out of here, man. Got to go start watching these games. So y'all make it super quick. All right. So from the 206, you in the mix, MJ.
Come on, Lyle. You always, when you get to me, make it super quick. Everybody get 5 minutes.
Hey, man, come on, man. But look at the time, man. Look at the time.
Yeah. Come on now.
Well, come on, make it quick, man. You could have had 4 or 5 points out by now. Go ahead, MJ. What you got?
Okay, let me get in real quick. Okay, you gotta remember all the Cowboys fans. We been to 3 championship games with our quarterback in the '80s, Danny White, and we lost. Now, in 2000, we had a lot of chance to go to the Super Bowl. We had home field advantage at least 3 or 4 times. It's the catch.
the drop kicking with the extra point. That's still, we might have won a game, but then we had another game the next week. So ain't nothing guaranteed. It's all luck and play calling. Y'all got to give Shotty a chance, man. Y'all acting like he a bum. The guy got more experience than Ben and Glenn. And the guy just told you Glenn got 45 points put on him. Come on, man. You can't make this up in the playoff game. And then Ben, his offense, you know, the quarterback make mistakes, but it's all about that quarterback. The Redskins in the playoff, I hate to tell y'all, the Redskins defense, sorry, but the quarterback and the play caller got them in the championship game.
Yeah,
now, you guys got to stop doing this. The running game, just like what's up, my boy, run the damn ball. He always
West Coast, yeah.
Yeah, West Coast always said, and he's been pushing this for the last 5 years, run the damn ball.
Right.
If you run the damn ball with Dak Prescott, play action, I'm going to tell y'all something, and I know y'all hate to hear this, and I get mad at Dak. Prescott is going to be in the most value because that running game is going to make that team run good. It's going to help the defense and the receivers with the different route tree that they get to run. They get to really run as receivers. You're going to see a whole difference. What's going to tell you?
No doubt.
Y'all going to come here. Y'all going to shut up. The key to the whole game is making the playoffs. I don't care if we 9-8, 8-9. If you make the playoffs, now it's a new season. That's the key. So how about them Cowboys? And I'm rooting for my boy Shotty. Shotty gonna get us there. And I like what y'all doing. Everybody hating on the Cowboys. Keep that up.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you, MJ. Thank you, man. And one more. Yeah. Get your one more in. Get you in. Get you in. Yeah.
And all y'all know this, even though we know that Jones is goofball, they hear y'all too. They watch.
Right.
They gonna get this guy everything he wants. They always do that. And y'all gonna see a difference.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, bro. Yeah. How about him, man? You too. Come on with it. MJ said, hey, MJ said, give me 20 minutes, man. Yeah, that's my guy, MJ, man. Hey, Dr. C, man, make it quick, man. What you got for me, bro?
It's going to be quick, Brother Law. Keep doing a great job. So real quick, man, let me tell you my analysis. First and foremost, do I like what's been done? No. However, I can't say what it's going to be because it hasn't been done yet.
Right.
So I have to be very careful not to dislike what they decided to do as though it won't work. Because right now, don't nobody know. Now, they didn't go and pick the hot names.
Right.
So that's really what the problem is. We didn't get the hot names, but you never know. Schottenheimer, you know, his daddy was a football coach. Marty, he's been behind the scenes with a lot of coaching. But secondly, we were all asking for a change because 3 years ago in the playoffs, after we lost to San Francisco, when they came out with their boombox, it ain't that we lost. It's the way we were losing.
Right.
And it was about 1:30 in the morning. My wife got up. She said, babe, what you doing? I was online on Fanatics. I had to click all Cincinnati gear because I know the boys from LSU with Joe Burrow and et cetera. I'm like, baby, I'm about to bail. She's like, what? I'm like, look, I can't take this. It's just too much. I'm all right with losing, but the way we've been losing
is embarrassing, man. It's been embarrassing, man. You're right, man. That Green Bay game embarrassing. The 49ers game in 2022, that's embarrassing, man. Quarterback throwing INTs, defense. Look, I don't know if whether or not my guy Trayvon Diggs was trying to hit air or trying to close his eyes to make a tackle, even though it was a legal procedure. So, yeah, it was embarrassing losses, man. 14 penalties, man, the first time we played against the 49ers. So, and with the expectation still to win. The Cowboys, people fail to realize, Doc, is that even if they hire me, the expectations would be, we got to win. You know what I'm saying? The Super Bowl. so regardless, it's still that same expectation. Appreciate it, Dr. C.
All right, man. So all I can say, man, keep doing your good work. And, hey, all I can say to the Cowboys fans, have a little hope. Get a man a shot because we had to give McCarthy a shot. Get a man a shot. We gave the Cowboys a shot. Give him a shot. Call it a day. Keep your paraphernalia law. Keep doing what you're doing.
No doubt, man. Yes, indeed, man. We ain't folding up like wallets nor lawn chairs. No. So with that being said, man, look, it looks like they're moving into scoring territory here. Let me stretch out a little bit. All right, man. Y'all please make it quick, man. Y'all know what a quickie is. Shit. Yeah, make it quick. Come on, man.
The conference has been locked.
Make it quick, man. I got Josh, man, for the 928. Then I got the 971 and the 908. All right, or the 202 and then the 908. But Josh, make it quick. You're live on the Nation, man.
For sure, man. Hey, so all I want to say, dude, is, Cowboy Nation, this is our coach, all right? The players that we got, Dak's here for 4 years. CD's going to be here for 4 years, and they're going to sign Micah Parsons. That's inevitable. We got to quit talking shit about our players and some good players that we have on this team, support them, back them. Because otherwise, why the hell are you a Cowboys fan?
Facts.
Live for this team, man. And root for them, dude, because otherwise they hear this. They hear this trash, and, I'm sure it breaks them down mentally. Like, man, my fans ain't even rooting for me. But Cowboys Nation, just root, quit talking shit and root for the Cowboys. How about them Cowboys?
How about him, man? That's Josh from the 928, man. Good call from him. Yeah. I mean, at this time, you got to give the man a chance, and let's see his program. I think that this is going to be a run-first team now under his leadership, and that's the best. That's the best version of the Cowboys when you have run first. That's where we were at in the 90s. Believe it or not. Not to say that Shotty is going to replicate that, but it is what it is. And let's see what this draft is going to be about. Hopefully, the Cowboys can turn some heads in this thing. But I got the 971. You're live on the Nation. Brought to you by FrenkelFirm.com. What you got?
Hey, how you doing?
Doing great, man. Can't complain. JP, what you got for me?
Oh, no. Hey, congratulations to Philly and Washington.
Yep.
Two teams, hey, two teams that did the right way and, trying to get a Super Bowl. So, they made a change at the quarterback position, and now they're sitting lovely right now. We still waiting on change on that. So, but yeah, you love the show. Don't want much. Want to holler at you. Just looking for change. And I love the coaching position. We're gonna the new hire. We're gonna figure out where we're gonna go from here. Maybe they can bring in somebody behind Dak that give him the competition in the offseason. And that can shake things up. But, yeah, we're going to figure out, go from there. Hey, love you. Hope life is doing well for you. Hey, God bless the family, and love the show. Peace.
No doubt. That's JP. All right. He's calling Bum Scott. Thought you were talking about Bum Phillips or somebody. But I got from the 202, you're live on the Nation, brought to you by FrenkelFirm.com. Big Amish, you're live. Talk to me.
How about them Cowboys?
How about them? Yeah.
All right. Now, real quick. So with our new head coach,
right.
We support him, but you can't have Dak throwing for 4,500 yards because we're going to be in the same situation. That's not a winning formula. You got to run it, like you said.
Run the ball.
All right. But you also need DeMarcus Ware coming in. Excellent. I love that content you put out there. But what about Sean Lee coming back as a coach and Jason Witten? So what I'm seeing here, we're either seeing one of two things. And it coincides with the Netflix, right? The Netflix putting all that money and all that shine on the Cowboys. So either one of two things is happening. I don't believe Shotty's actually he's a placeholder.
Right.
I really believe there's someone else coming in to the mix here. So there's either one of two situations. I believe Dion is still in the mix on a conditional contract that says, look, if you get Shador there, he'll come. I just don't believe Shotty's the head coach. But if he is, I'm all for it. That's fine. Get those missing pieces. The other part is, if Dion or someone like that is not coming into the mix, then it's all about ego. You're going to have Jerry Jones and Netflix. It's all about ego and hubris, and that's all I got to say.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you for calling in, Big Amish from the 202. All right, so with that being said, I got for the 908, just hold tight. Just want to say this. With the ideology of a bridge coach that could be still at play, I'm not saying that I want that to happen, but We've seen things like this similar happen throughout the league. So, granted, it's not like they're paying Shotty $5-6 million. They probably paying him less than what they paid Mike McCarthy. So, crazier things happen. But at the end of the day, if Shotty is going to be in charge of this team, let him be in charge of this team. Don't have the man looking over his shoulder. Give him full autonomy. But they don't do that here in Dallas, so it's always a possibility of those things happening. All right. With that being said, from the 908, you're live on The Nation. Talk to me.
Let's go, Lord. Swayze, the objective Cowboy fan. Yeah, I'm not gonna hold you. I'm gonna make it quick, real quick. But I didn't call in when we found out Brian Schottenheimer was the head coach.
Right.
This is the worst. This is actually worse than Chan Gailey. This is actually worse than Dave Campbell. This is actually worse than Barry Switzer. Before we had, we was hoping, all right, maybe Dave Campbell, he was here during the dynasty. Maybe he could have a little say. Maybe like Barry Switzer. Right. He came from Oklahoma. Maybe he might have a little. We know for a fact Brian Schottenheimer doesn't have his say. Right. I don't give a fuck what no one says. Like don't go into fancy lands. All these old head Cowboy fans from the 80s and 70s talking about, yo, if you're not a real Cowboy fan, why are you rooting? No, it's no one's rooting against you. We just know what the results are going to be. We're not stupid. Right. This is the new age Cowboy fans. I'm sorry, guys. It's the new age. We're not buying it no more. We're not going to training camp. We're gonna watch it on Red Zone. We're gonna watch a little bit of All Nation, but it's over. We're not watching.
Touchdown, Saquon. Saquon. He hit it. House call. That's the reason why. See, people fail to realize when you have the ability to tack on more than one direction, right? You are a multi-directional team. You got the ability to run the ball. You got the ability to throw the ball. You got the ability to have a running back as the quarterback to throw the ball and run the ball. So that creates all type of chaoses. And one of the problems with Dan Quinn and Joe Witt Jr.'s defenses, they don't have no answers on stopping the run. So when I told my guy Louis T on the show, I said, yeah, if Jahmyr Gibbs were averaging 7.5 yards per toe, Saquon is about to be a beast. He's finna average another 20 yards per toe. But keep going, bro, before I let you go. Keep going.
Yeah, I mean, and I get it what the Joneses are trying to do. They're trying to repeat what the Lions and trying to repeat what the Eagles are doing. Yeah. But we don't have the offensive line right now.
Yeah.
You gotta get what I'm saying? It's a 4-year contract, so even then, they expect this season to be a wash. It might be about a wash, a 9-8, 10-7 sneaking into a playoff type season because they gave him a 4-year contract. And based off Jerry Jones's reputation, he doesn't fire head coaches early and doesn't like to pay head coaches to sit on the couch. Yeah. So Brian Schottenheimer is here for the next 4 years, but we know that he's basically another Jason Garrett. Like, this is actually bad, guys. And guess what? Before I go, you know who actually was one of the strongest influences in this decision? Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
That contract was a domino effect, big dog. That was the worst contract in Cowboys history.
Well, in 4 years, if we can get to the NFC Championship game, maybe we'll suffice.
Yeah, all right. You know that ain't happening. It's over, bro.
But appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, man. All right, that's Swayze. He's going to go to his grave saying that was the worst contract in Cowboys history is Dak Prescott contract. Well, right now we got a chance to end that within these 4 years, if we can get to the NFC Championship or to the Super Bowl, it will suffice, right? Cowboy Nation, I want you guys to go watch this game. It's painful to know that the same guy with the worst contract in NFL history, allegedly, owns both of those teams when healthy. You know, it's crazy, right? But neither here nor there. Acquisitions during the offseason is very important. Law, do you have any truth to that? Well, look at the teams that are playing right now. Was Saquon Barkley or Saquon, how that man said?
Oh, Saquon Barkley. I swear, Saquon Barkley is
Was he homegrown there? Was he drafted by the Eagles? Yes or no, you know? Was he drafted by them boys? No. So sometimes you got to acquisitions. You got to do the willing and dealing, whether it's trading, whether it's a situation and scenario that you got to dance in free agency. You got to do those things, ladies and gentlemen. The Washington, with the inability to stop the run, They're going to have a long day, so that's why I got the Eagles going to the Super Bowl. Unless they can get them 5 turnovers again. But they had problems with Bucky Irving. People fail to realize that. But neither here nor there. We can't complain about it. They talking about they want to beat America's team,
Buffalo
the Bills.
are America's team. You know, I don't want to take away from no one else, but I think that they call the Cowboys America's team. But Cowboys were America's team because they were very good in that time of life. Now the chapter has changed, and now we have Josh Allen, where we're America's.
Both of these teams are worried about us. As a matter of fact, all 3 of them teams are worried about the Cowboys, regardless of the situation, ladies and gentlemen. And we are sitting here watching for 30 years. For 30 years. And we're going to complain about the quarterback. We're going to complain about the players on this team like they've been here for 30 years. None of these guys been here for that long or length of time. 4 playoff wins too, by the way. So we know the roots of this issue. We can see the roots, and it's rooted in with nepotism. It's rooted in with the lack of innovative thoughts. It's rooted in big egos. It's rooted in these things. Now, before all 5 of these people that's on this screen thought about buying this team, a third of the nation, Cowboy Nation, were fans of this team before they bought the team. So we're not turning our backs on the Cowboys. And we're not crying at all. No tears are being shed over here. We are explaining the situation. We're not crying, we explain. And we're not complaining, we explain. So come on, Cowboy Nation. Let's resolve this situation one way or another, Cowboy Nation. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Come on, Shotty. But the historical data, unfortunately, is not on his side. And I want and hope and wish for the best. Damn. But even with concrete information, that's all we have is hope. And in the words of my dog, Samuel L. Jackson.
Well, what I'm saying is that there are known knowns and that there are known unknowns, but there's also unknown unknowns. Things we don't know that we don't know.
And let's get on up out of here, baby.
Time to run it all. I wake up. Yeah. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip, this wet. Time to run it all. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Time to run it all. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip, this wet. Time to run it all.
Fumble!
Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Time to run it all. 9 out of 10, roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turned to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number 1 up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ.
Law Nation. Come on.
I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip, this time to run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck, but first